through this truss. And then we'll never mention trusses again. But we will use it a little bit in D-form for the people who take D-form in the spring. Okay, so I guess I haven't labeled these joints. So I'll call this A, B, C, D. And I am going to start over with D. I think I'm going to be able to skip doing joint A. So let's not do that until the end unless we need those extra equations. So I'll do a free body diagram of D. There's an 800 Newton force like this. A tension F4, a tension F3, and F2. And there's one more thing acting on that joint. That's the roller connection to the ground. So that force is perpendicular to the ground toward the joint. I'll call that RD. And let's see. We're going to need those unit vectors. The only one is that that F3. You can think like to get from D to B, you go over 1 meter and up 0.3 meters. So I'm going to make a vector that's 1.3, and then I'm going to normalize it, make it a unit vector. So let's see. I'll call it. So we have a vector that's 1.3, and so then a unit vector in that direction is 0.958, 0.287. Newton's second law. With this Trumps. Can't get him out of my brain. Yeah.
Government shut down for how many days so far?
They came up with a temporary budget so that air traffic controllers can go back to work.
That's good.
It's almost as if we need them.
Okay, everybody, we can't talk about this. I can't lose this job. Okay. I was going to say, notice that with the truss simplification, you never have to use a cross product. Okay, so we got negative 800, 0, plus 0 F4, plus 0.958 F3, 0.287 F3, plus F2, 0, plus 0 RD is equal to zeros. And then I'll go to joint C. So we have 600 newtons acting down. And then we have if we treat that member 4 like it's a cable, that's a downward force of F4. And then we have a horizontal force this way, F5. And so that gives us, so 0, negative 600 plus F5, 0, plus 0, negative F4 is equal to zeros. And then B, we have a force to the left of 1,000. Yes.
Is there a difference between having the force point of 1,000 pointing, ending at the joint?
No,
or
no difference.
originating at it?
No difference.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep it from getting too cluttered looking. And then F3 and F1. So we have negative 1,000, 0, plus negative F5, 0. Plus, this one would be
For F3 and F1 have the same components as the one we already found,
yeah, just have to adjust the signs. Yep. So negative 0.958 F3, negative 0.287 F3, and then positive 0.958 F1, negative 0.287 F1.
And why do you know X and Y?
Oh, break it up into equations. I just figured I could just look at it and do it as I set up the matrix. But I'm just sort of trying to make it a little quicker. But I mean, my tests, I'm always like, my goal is always to make it so you could take as many steps as you want, try make sure that you think it all through and still have plenty of time. So, you know, there's no reason that you have to feel like you have to rush. And this 1, 2, 3, 4. So this. And now let's count the variables. Well, we have 5 members, so that's 5 variables. And then the only other variable that we've introduced is RD. So we have 6 variables. And now we have 6 equations. So I think we should be able to solve this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, and RD. And then this is constants. So equation 1 says, so F2 we have 1. F3 we have 0.958. and the constant is positive 800. Equation 2, F3 we have 0.287. F4 we have 1. RD we have 1. Nope. RD. Bless you. Now the next body, F5 we have 1 and everything else is 0, so we know F5 is going to be 0. So that horizontal member isn't supporting anything.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Although it's in equilibrium, but it's an unstable equilibrium. So any perturbations, and that would obviously tip to the side. And then F4, negative 1. Constant, positive 600. And then in the next equation, F1, 0.958. F3, negative 0.958. F5, negative 1. Constant, positive 1,000. And then the last equation, F1 is negative 0.287. F3 is negative 0.287. And that's it. Oh, when I did that stupid matrix. Okay, so I'll skip the external loads. We already know those. So our free body diagram looks like this. We have a 500 up. And then we have our tension, shear force, and bending moment. And because of what's coming soon, we're still going to take our about point always for these at the left. So the 500 has a row vector of 0, force vector of 0, 500, no moment. The tension has a row vector of 0.250, a force of T0, moment of 0. The shear force has a row vector of 0.250, force of 0, negative V, because it's down.
Okay.
And the cross product is negative 0.25 V. And then last is the bending moment. That's just M. And so what you get, let me just finish this real quick because I'm running out of time. So we get that T, the tension, is equal to 0. We get that the bending moment is equal to, the shear force is equal to 500. And the bending moment is equal to 125. So this is called the tension. And if you get a negative value for that, it's compression. This is called the shear force. And this is called the bending moment. Okay, any questions?
So I'm just confused by by V, because is down positive V?
Yes, so, okay, anytime you see, think of it as any vector where you know the direction but don't know the magnitude. You can always think of it as a unit vector in the direction the arrow's pointing times the variable, you know? So think of a unit vector in that direction is 0, -1, and then you multiply it by V and you get 0, -V. It's just a vector with a known direction.
Why did negative V in row for snowman?
Yeah, because that's just like if we have just like if your free body diagram has an arrow at 30 degrees, in here you would put V times cosine and sine of 30 degrees.
Okay,
Here we're putting V times 0, -1, and it comes out like this.
okay, thank you.
And so the meaning of it is if you get a positive value for V like this, that means it's a downward force. We're not used to that sign convention, but it is just a sign convention. I mean, in a way, we are used to it, because like if you have a pin and slot joint that's applying a force like this, you know, and you get a value of 200 for it, that means 200 in the direction of the arrow.
You say you get negative tension, that's compression?
Yeah, if you get negative for tension, it's compression. Yep. Any other questions? Okay. Have a good weekend. NCAA cross-country regionals are this weekend. It's a big day. People qualifying for nationals in collegiate cross-country. Big weekend. Yeah.